This is Still Here Hollywood's 10-minute takes, bite-sized chapters of our favorite chats with the stars. I'm Steve Kmetko, and here is the fourth of 6 chapters with actor and host Jerry O'Connell from Jerry Maguire.
It was funny. It was right when improvisation was really becoming quite popular on television. Shows like The Office and everything, where things were lightly scripted, Curb Your Enthusiasm. These are things that are lightly scripted, were becoming sort of all the rage. And it really, like, improv really teaches you to just, for me, what it taught me was to basically just listen to other people, to listen to what everybody's saying, to not listen to yourself, to listen to others, and to try and feed off of that. And I've really lucked into this job on the talk because they're not making as many scripted shows as they used to, which is why I moved to Los Angeles. I was in a TV show for NBC, what they call a procedural, a cop show. I was in I came out here to work in TV as an actor, and I never thought I would be a talk show host. And thank God it was something that I could do. I didn't go in blind, because it's really been a great job for me. I really enjoy it.
Do you like working every day?
I've had a couple of TV shows where I have to say, even on a TV show, you don't go to the same place every day. You shoot on location. You're shooting all over town. I've never come to the same place every day for 4 years. It's crazy. What's really interesting to me is, and you can probably speak on this, is you really get a feeling for the industry because everyone else's shows come to you. Like, you really see what's working and what's not these days. And I mean, this is no secret, but everyone has an unscripted show these days. Like, it's amazing to me how many unscripted shows there are, really. Scripted shows have become, and when I say scripted, I mean shows that are fiction shows. Not that unscripted shows are unfiction. They're just as fiction as the fiction shows, really. But it's amazing to me how much programming is reality. Reality makes you sound old, how unscripted shows are.
Is that the new term, unscripted rather than reality?
I think that's the fancy term yeah. And I think you don't want to offend reality show stars. It's beneath them to call the Kardashians reality show stars. They're unscripted
people,
performers. But it's amazing to me how, and I'll tell you what's funny. In my household, with my wife and my children, we really only watch unscripted television. It's all we watch.
What I'm finding too is, I was just talking about this with my brother. Nowadays, he has a young man who lives with him, who's in his 30s. And I was trying to talk to him the other day about a show I was watching, and he doesn't watch television.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do? What do you talk about when you go to work?
I mean, yeah, I guess these days everybody talks about politics. That's a hot topic that everybody talks about. That's a big one.
But I can remember when I would go to work or go to school, you talked about what you saw on television the night before. That's all we had.
It's really funny. I mean, people talk about podcasts a lot. I enjoy a lot of podcasts. I listen to them a lot. I watch them a lot. It is interesting. I mean, people. I mean, yeah, you're right. Everyone talked about what happened. Who kissed who on Moonlighting? Will Maddie and Dave, Maddie and Dave, right? Maddie and Dave. That was their names in Moonlighting. Ever get together? Will. I guess Scandal. Everybody talked about what happened on Scandal the night before. People binge shows and watch them, but I do have to say, take a streaming service like Netflix, while they do have their, Squid Games that everybody talks about, they do have their Love is Blinds that everybody talks about, I mean...
The Crown.
The Crown. Crown's a good one. The Crown's one that I watch.
Yeah.
Whew, that's a real one. That's a real show.
That is a show with a budget.
That's a real show. Yeah. I still have not, but it's so funny. You watch it on your own terms. I still have not watched the last 6 episodes. Man, I got to tell you, they did some things in The Crown. I mean, all right, let's talk about The Crown. When they brought, and this is not a spoiler alert, but when they brought Lady Di back after Princess Di has passed, when they brought her back with Charles, with
the Queen,
with Dodi, with Dodi Fayed. Oh gosh, who's the dad? Is it Dodi?
It's Al Fayed.
Yeah,
something Al Fayed.
Yeah, brought her back with Al Fayed. Brought her back with the Queen when the Queen's going to bed. I was like, this is TV on another level.
And it's so well done.
So well done.
Because we all know the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And still they're bringing a fresh sort of take to it. That was appointment television. That was really good.
And it was so well cast.
Really incredible. But it doesn't seem to me everybody's talking about it, I mean, that's only you and I. Like, if I went to work and, said in a room full of the kids that I work with, hey, who watched The Crown last night? No one's raising their hand, It's only...
Come meet my family. They'll all talk to you about it.
Yeah.
They were all pretty hooked on it. What would you say is the craziest experience you've had?
I'd say the most surreal was... the most upsetting was... and I wasn't in Hollywood when it happened. I was in college, but when River Phoenix passed away, that was tragic, insane. Still not over it. Craziest experience I've had. Let me really think about that.
Okay, what about fan experiences? Have you had any crazy, wild?
I don't really have like a rabid fan base. My wife does get fan letters at our home address, which is crazy. So someone has access to our home address and sends letters, and a lot of times they're from prisoners, because you can tell they're from prisoners because it says their prisoner number. You have to address, when you put the return address, you put your prisoner number on there. So that's pretty surreal. FYI, prisoners who are sending my wife mail, I read it. I never give it to my wife. It sort of is pretty exciting for me. I really feel like I'm reading into something I shouldn't be reading. There's a takeaway from this podcast. I read my wife's prison fan mail. It's sort of like prison erotica for me. What's for me, crazy experience? I guess I can't give you one experience, this crazy thing happened to me. But I have realized you cannot control a career.
To watch the next chapter, click the box. If you're listening and download our episodes, it should start in a moment.